For the roasting process, we measured out 100 grams of green Ethiopian coffee beans and roasted it with a Nesco roaster for 21 minutes. The energy usage was 0.20 kilowatt hours. After that, we separated the bean and the shaft, and the final mass amount was 80 grams of roasted coffee beans. After setting it aside and letting it cool, we put it in a storage bag and put it aside for at least 2 days. For the brewing process, we took 10 grams of Ethiopian roasted coffee beans and grinded it to a fine grind size.
Is there such thing as too fine though?
Next, we boil the water in the water kettle until the desired temperature of 95 degrees Celsius. Next, we put 10 grams of grinded coffee into the AeroPress container and then added the 120 grams of hot water. We locked the AeroPress lid with a metal filter and set the brew time to 4 minutes. After 4 minutes, we tilt the AeroPress on top of a coffee mug and press gently for about 20 seconds. Next, we set aside a portion of the coffee and let it cool down to around 30 degrees Celsius. And afterwards, we measured the TDS of the coffee, which was 1.06%. Now the coffee is ready to serve. In summary, the first step is to roast the coffee. We chose 100 grams of Ethiopian green coffee beans and roasted it in the roaster for 21 minutes. Cool air was transferred into the heater, which converted into hot air to roast the coffee beans. The total energy used to roast the coffee is 0.20 kilowatt hours, and the final mass of the roasted coffee bean was 80.7 grams with 2 grams of shaft. After letting it cool, we put the roasted coffee beans into a storage bag and let it sit for a week. Later, we took the roasted coffee beans and measured out 10 grams and put it in the grinder and grinded it to a fine grind size. And we placed the grinded coffee into the AeroPress container. Next, we placed 1,000 grams of water with the initial temperature of 24 degrees Celsius into the water kettle until the water heated up to 95 degrees Celsius. We measured out 120 grams of hot water and poured it into the AeroPress container with the grinded coffee. We locked the container with a metal filter and let it brew for 4 minutes. After 4 minutes, we tilted the AeroPress on top of the coffee mug and pressed gently for about 20 seconds. In the end, the final mass of the brewed coffee was 96 grams and the TDS was 1.06%. The coffee had a smoky aroma and it tasted sharp and dense but not acidic at all. For the mass balance, we know that input equals output. And with the input of 120 grams of hot water and the output is 96 grams of drinkable coffee, therefore a difference of 24 grams was soaked into the spent grounds and also evaporated. This concludes our flow diagram for the process of roasting and brewing coffee.
Passing by, feel